Hats off to Purdue Fort Wayne. I thought they did exactly what I thought they were going to do coming in here. It was going to be an extreme challenge for us. Um, I don't want to disrespect the game or the way that they played and say that it was a trap game. But we knew coming into this opportunity, fresh off of an emotional game, that it was going to be tough. We tried to relay that to the kids. We talked about having a different energy and being able to push through opportunities like this. And I thought we felt a little bit short in doing that. I thought we were just, I don't know, we were lethargic out there for most of the game. The only energy that I really felt like I got from the group was, the two young ladies to my left. I thought both of them did a really good job, just looking at them in timeouts. I could feel the energy coming from their expressions. And they both played well. Georgia did a really good job handling their pressure, scoring big baskets when we needed to. Her defense was really good. Cassidy came up with some really big plays for us on both ends, helped kind of smooth the offense out a little bit so Georgia didn't have to do too much. But we had to be better. I thought we need to be better. Tiani Key, just challenged her because she can be a very special player. Amelia needs to be better, and Claire Strack needs to be better, and they will be. We understand that. We need a little bit more leadership from Deja Lawrence more consistently, and we'll get that, but it's always a work in progress when you're in your fifth game with a new basketball team. But very fortunate to get a win tonight. A lot of respect for Maria and her program and what they are going to do this year. And, that we were playing grown women tonight. They came out there, and I think their first 8 or 9, kids were either seniors or graduates. And we knew that they were going to be smart. They were going to play that way with a lot of energy. With a great opportunity right in front of them. So this one will go well. This will go far for us. We'll learn a lot from this, and I'm excited, for what it can do for us.
What's that like, Phoenix?
Coach, just obviously you have the game Saturday. You have to make a quick turnaround to tonight. Just how much would you even attribute that to? Just maybe that kind of slowness that came on tonight.
It was a lot. It really was. And like I said, I don't want to disrespect Purdue Fort Wayne because they played a heck of a game and they played hard and they pushed us to our limit. But I could see it in our kids. They were tired. They were fatigued. I knew that going in. If you had told me that we were going to win this game by 12 before the game, I would have taken it in a heartbeat rather than to go through what I had to go through. Now I have to go and I don't even drink bourbon. I might have to try to, I'm in Kentucky, right? So I might have to. No, I won't. But we knew it was going to be tough, and but this is opportunities. We spun it to these kids, and the way this game came about, it was the last game that we got on our schedule, and we didn't have anywhere to put it. We couldn't find anybody to play us, and the only place we could put it was a Monday after a Saturday Louisville game. And as soon as I signed it, I was like, I knew it was going to be a problem. But we got to look at this opportunities. If you're going to play in the NCAA tournament, this is the format. You play on Saturday, you got a day in between, and you play again, the next day. We're going down to Nashville in a week or so, and we're going to play 2 games in a row, back to back. So you're going to need these opportunities to prepare yourself, not only physically but mentally. So I'm glad we played the game. I look forward to, I'll cheer for that group. Hopefully they'll be able to make an NCAA tournament. I don't want to play them, but I hope they make the NCAA tournament. She did. First play.
I was going to say.
You know what? Oh, yeah. Makes you mad. Makes you mad. But you know what? What is it? Imitation is the biggest form of flattery, or whatever the saying is. If you want to continue on, Louisville ran a play. They called it hokey. And it was our play that we ran last year. So I guess we have some pretty good stuff, And but, Maria, she told me, I saw it. She told me that. And it is flattering, but we got to be much better. We saw it. I saw it developing, and it looked very familiar. And but she does a really good job with that group. They execute, and I played against. I think I coached against her once when she was at Mount St. Mary's, and she's a really good coach. And their teams are very, very, very well coached. They, their whole staff did a good job. They were calling out our stuff. They were calling out our stuff, and you could tell they were very well prepared.
Georgia, just that one bucket at halftime, Coach Brooks says you're the one that bringing the energy. How do you manage to come out in that second half and lead the team back to winning?
Playing passive in the first half, I was definitely trying to
I was giving up a lot of opportunities. I wasn't aggressive towards the basket or with my shots at all. I think I was giving up a lot of passes, and it just got to the point where I was like, I need to switch on and be way more aggressive, and however I get those shots is how I do it, but I'm going to seek my shot first.
Tanya and then Caroline.
Coach, there's probably not a lot of players on your roster that have had to come off an emotional win. Like Saturday, probably the two next to you have done that. Can you just talk about their poise throughout the game and kind of how they settled things?
These two or the others?
These two.
Oh, they were great. They were really good, and I was leaning on them a lot. Cassie did a lot of things that will not show up in the stat sheet. That was really good for us. She messed up our out of bounds plays a couple times, and we turned it over once, and we didn't get an X. But she was playing out of position. You know, I saw her look over at the bench. She says, "What do I do when I go over here?" And so, but she just had the grit, and it really helped Georgia a lot because Georgia didn't have to do it all the time. Cassie hit a couple big shots for us. I thought Georgia was really good in the first half. I really did, because she didn't force it. She wasn't forcing anything. She was really trying to get everybody else going, you know, emotionally, getting them into good opportunities. And then she stepped up in the second half and took over when she had to and hit some really big shots for us. So I thought these two were very poised. And the others, I love them. I still love them. But, you know, I think they're going to understand what we need from them consistently on a nightly basis.
Georgia, will you speak to, in your view, how the team handled and navigated foul trouble tonight?
I don't even think we took advantage of it. For us on offense, I mean, when they were in foul trouble, we did not take advantage of it. I think there was one play we handed it off and they tipped the ball, and if we had have run through it, we probably would have had free throws. But I don't think we were embracing the physicality at all tonight, and I think if we had have, that's 4, 6, 8 extra points that we could have stolen defensively. You know, they're going to call some stuff and we have to adjust, but I don't think we adjusted as much, and we were always behind. We were always very reactive in their sets, and we were going through that in shoot around and walk through, and they have options. They're a smart team. They've played together. They have read and reacts, and we were just always a step behind. So that's trying to make up by blocking and obviously fouls and reaching. So going into the next game is just being proactive and aware. We touched on being aware for the whole week, and we're still yet to be aware.
Jordan.
Coach said, this is for the players, Coach said that he could see that maybe the energy levels weren't there after just playing on Saturday. How were y'all feeling before the game, and then how are you guys feeling now energy-wise?
I know personally, when you hear your number called, you just got to be ready. So I felt like before the game I was ready and locked in, but just, you know, building off your teammates too. Like, if we're not all bringing the energy, then we're not in a good spot. So just doing a better job of encouraging the teammates to, you know, bring it. If somebody looks down, you know, say, let's bring it back up, you know.
Phoenix. Or do you want to answer that, Georgia?
If I could add to that, I'm really proud of Cassidy, not just for tonight. Cassidy is Kentucky's favorite child, and we got here and we understand that, and her popularity is well deserved. You know, she's a great kid. The way she's handled everything has been tremendous. You know, because I think she played like 2 minutes the other night, and she came back the next day, and we had practice. The starters didn't play at all in practice, and she led her team, and she is really trying to learn me. She's really trying to learn me, and she's trying to do it on the fly, and she's doing it the right way. She's watching Georgia, she's asking questions, and she's catching on very quickly. And she doesn't hang her head whether she gets 2 minutes or 30 or 29 minutes. You know, she's got the same reaction. I think she likes what's going on here. She's enjoying playing basketball, and it's just really fun. This is what you do it for. It's why you coach college basketball. It's because of opportunities like both of these young ladies right here. They just want to work hard. They just want to win, and they want to win. You got one who played 40 minutes, one who played 2 minutes, and they both came to practice with the same energy the next day. And Cassidy was waiting for her time, and Cassidy is building trust with me. She's building a lot of trust with me. And, you know, I could probably play her 2 minutes the next game, and she's still going to come to practice and work her butt off to do what she can for the team. And that's why, you know, we really relied on her tonight. So, you know, both of them, you know, I trust them. And their energy was fantastic tonight.
Coach, just 5 minutes for Clara Silva tonight. Was there something, maybe in the scout that you didn't like?
Yeah. Clara Silva's going to be good. She really is. I think she's adjusting a lot to the speed when you play against a team like this, and obviously their game plan is to just try to drive. Clara's going to be really good when she learns that it's not even the physicality part of it. People talk about the physicality. It's not. It's just she's been, and this is she won't tell me this is it, but this is my thought on it. She's been tall all of her life, and she's always had to make sure she didn't run people over. So she's very cautious when she's doing everything, because when you're that big or against anybody else, you touch them, they fall down, the people call foul on you. And she's got to learn to just go. Absolutely go. I told her the first 2 fouls are on me. Just go crash into somebody. But she's got to learn that, and once she gets to that point, then she'll be able to get to her skill set. And we're still, and then we're going to play 2 teams on next week that I think that she'll be able to match up well against. And as we start getting into playing against Power 5 teams consistently, she'll be able to get a rhythm then.
Cassidy, can you talk about Cassidy last year versus Cassidy this year? I'm sure a lot of what Coach Brooks had to say about you feel the same way, but I'd love to hear your take on who Cassidy Rowe is now versus a year ago.
Yeah, I feel like I've grown a lot, even just the confidence side of things. Last year was really the first time I was getting playing time, and I felt like I was still timid, just felt like I was playing not to make a mistake rather than playing to help my team win. And this year, the coaching staff has helped me build that confidence and, play more physical, and I feel like my teammates have helped a lot in that too, just my teammates having trust in me, and I have trust in them. I feel like it's built my confidence a lot.
Kind of to piggyback off that, obviously we know you had a huge decision to make over the offseason with the new coaching staff, bringing in a new point guard to replace your position. You could have left. You decided to stay because you really love Kentucky. How nice does it feel to kind of see that you made the right decision and you can kind of build off this?
Oh, yeah, it means everything that I'm still at Kentucky. It's always been a dream to play here. And even when I heard that Georgia was coming in, the thought never crossed my mind because Georgia is one of the best point guards in the country, and the fact that I get to learn from her and just pick her brain, it's truly been a blessing for me, even building my own game.
We'll go Phoenix and we'll end with Kenzie.
Coach, even maybe as ugly as this game was, I'd say your team showed probably a lot of resolve in that. Just what good can you take away from that? There's
a lot of good. I'm just a coach. We're crazy sometimes, and you want everything to be perfect, and you want, it's so funny because I'm so far removed as a player that I forget sometimes. Sometimes she has to remind me that I'm tired, And I remember when I played, I used to be tired, and you couldn't push through, and it was just like, I can't get through, and mentally and everything, and the coach was over. My coach, Lefty Drizel, was screaming at me, and I just wanted to be like, dude, I'm tired. And so now, I'm him. I look at them and I'm like, come on, you need to do this. And it's basketball. And they're not going to be perfect. Purdue Fort Wayne, they practice every day just like we do. They run plays. They're going to execute. So the main thing that I can take away from everything is the resolve. We had our 48 hours is very challenging, physically and emotionally. And so we came through it unscathed, and we're 5-0. We're 5-0, and we're ranked. I don't know what we're ranked something. And so I am pleased. I am pleased with them. And after tonight, I'll text them tonight and let them know that I am pleased, and we'll get back after it. But if I let them know I'm pleased all the time, then maybe they won't work a little bit harder. And so they understand that. They know that. But I am pleased with what they've done, how they've gotten here. They have shown some toughness that I was wondering about, and we'll continue to work on it.
Coach, you've talked a lot about, even before the season started, energy and even just being crazy, not necessarily playing crazy, just being crazy. And then you alluded to them two bringing that energy, but it's kind of up to the players at that point on the court whether or not they bring that energy as a coach. How do you just try to bring it out of them?
It has to happen organically. You can talk about it, but you can't do an exercise to make them better at it. You can't, have a kumbaya meeting to make them really good at it. It just has to happen. Georgia is a natural leader. She's going to have to lead a little bit stronger. Cassidy understands what's right and wrong. She's going to have to use her voice. Deja Law has played a lot of basketball games, and she does it, but just doesn't do it as consistently. And then we have our triplets, what we call them, Amelia, Clara, and Tiani. They have to be synchronized and talk more. They're gaining experience, and with that experience, they need to be a little bit more outside of themselves. They can't be reserved. They have to be able to go out there and play with that emotion, that energy that sometimes maybe they don't have it when they're chilling at their apartment. Maybe it's not their personality. You can have a different persona. You can be quiet at home, but you can come out here on the floor. You can have a whole different personality, and that's what we need from them if we want to continue to be as good as we want to be.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.